feels like. And that's why I knew that first marriage wasn't for me. I didn't feel it. EKG was not ready to love. But Brandon is a man that's ready. He does not make me feel small. He makes me feel big.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, oh man, I guess it's going to be me and you today, right? Jack and Glenn?
Yeah.
The King Boy is going to be Jack and Glenn today. We're going to talk about Married at First Sight, man. From this past episode of Married at First Sight, it's a lot to talk about, right? Thank y'all for rocking with us. Thanks for being here. While you're here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews. And we're going to get... You good?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what this shape is. I don't like this shape, but anyway.
You still look beautiful. You still look beautiful with me. It's all good. Love you.
Thanks.
It's love is in the air. Everybody else got relationships. Love is definitely in the air. But we're gonna talk about Married at First Sight today. We're gonna get started, man. Again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, so you'll miss anything that we talk about today on this episode of Jack and Glenn as we read Married at First Sight, right? So hey, let's get started. I want to start with the easy couple, right?
Okay.
The easygoing Carla Ewan couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that Carla and Juan both said no on decision day.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to be. They're not married anymore, right? But
they won't be.
Well, they won't be anyway. Right now, they won't be. But how Juan entertained or how Juan was acting, like, let's be friends.
I don't see a problem with that.
I got a
What's
problem.
The problem.
I got a problem with that.
Why?
Not in a bad way. I got a problem. Like Carla said, I didn't come to be friends. I came for a husband. We've been friends for 8 weeks. We've been cool for 8 weeks, but I don't want to be around you on a consistent basis. Don't call me every day. Don't hang out with me. If that's the case, you should have been married to me. I don't want this to be awkward.
He said he didn't. He said when he talked to Alan, he said, I'm not trying to make it an everyday thing. Like, but I think he should. Okay, so we have been around each other all this time for these weeks.
Oops. Yeah. Yeah. At the same time, he's not trying to be around him for marriage, right? Be around her the whole time. It is still a situation where right now I'm feeling some type of way because we're not together. You said no. I'm still feeling
some. Said no.
Right, but I'm still feeling some type of way. Like we don't want to. I'm not saying that you can't be what's the word? Cordial. Can't hang out, but we don't want to be in same circles all the time. Because when I see you, I'm thinking about what could have been.
Is she? They both said no. I don't think she's thinking about that at all. But I wouldn't, because you said your piece at the at decision day. You spoke your piece, and she didn't say it like there was any animosity. She just was like, I want somebody that's going to love me for me with all of my sound bowls and all of my tarot cards and all of that. And that's fine. But I mean, y'all have been connected for these past 8 weeks. Right. And so what Juan is saying is we've been connected. Like, so you just want to and we're not mad at each other. At decision day, they wasn't mad at each other. So why can't we be cool? He said, I'm not trying to talk to her every day. I'm not trying to stay in the house with her. Why can't we just be friends? Because we did connect on that level. I mean,
they connected on a friend level. They were friends. But how many exes do you have that you're friends with?
A few.
Okay.
But again, I don't talk to them on a regular basis. But we cool. We cool. We cool. And I think that's all Ron was saying.
I think he wanted, but Carla looked at it as being, hey, we need to rock together. Like keep it the same.
He wasn't saying that.
That was her interpretation, and I mean, I can't blame her for saying, "Hey, I don't want to keep it the same, but I came here looking for a husband, not a friend." And you wasn't that husband. She's disappointed. She may not share it. She's more disappointed that her and Juan didn't work out. She wanted to be married, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got on the show thinking, "Hey, I want to be married. This is the last straw. I found they're gonna find me a forever person." And when they don't find you a forever person, you're disappointed.
I think we should look at it in a different way. I didn't find my forever person like my spouse, but you could have found a forever person like a good friend.
Yeah. Find a good friend.
Look at it like that. Yeah, but I hated that for them. I didn't like that for them. Because I feel like, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why not? We hung out, we had a good time playing music, laughing, joking, having our little dance party. Why can't we be friends? Especially, we didn't break up on a well, I was gonna say we didn't break up on a sour note, but maybe that is sour enough for her that, oh, you didn't like this side of me. Mm-hmm. Maybe, I don't know.
But I mean, it's too much there though. Right now, it's too much too soon. I need my space.
Yeah.
She needs her space. I need space for one.
I don't have no problem with that.
Right? And if we grow to be friends later, fine. But right now, we're not cool. We're not cool. We was friends when we was dating, so we would have broke up, right? Well, I would have just kicked you to the curb. We still have been friends.
You would have kicked me to the curb. What is it? What did you say?
No, I'm not saying I'll kick you to the curb.
What does that mean?
What I mean is they separated. They're not together anymore, right? So if we wasn't together, we were friends, and we were good friends. We wasn't together anymore. Would you have stopped talking to me?
Would have been like MC Light. If it doesn't work out, it just doesn't. It wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't.
Right.
Okay. And so, but we can still be cool. But no, we every once in a while we might, go out to the movies or something in a friend kind of way. No. Okay. Again, unless you do me dirty, I have no reason not to be your friend.
Gotcha.
That's how I feel.
And Juan didn't do it dirty. But Carla felt like maybe she
do feel like she got did dirty.
I think she felt like
she didn't get dirty like some of these other people.
Well, yeah, some of the other women got did real dirty, but I think she felt like I got dirty because I didn't walk away with a marriage. And I should be funny. She ain't got no apartment to stay in. She gotta go find.
That's what I'm like. Where's she gonna live?
She gotta go find a place. Carla gotta go get her stuff out of storage.
Carla, you gotta put her stuff in storage because she gotta take the stuff out of the apartment.
Yeah, but she still has stuff left in her storage. Mm-hmm. So Carla gotta find a place, y'all.
Yeah, but
right. Let's go back a little bit. Go back to the scene where we left off from the last episode, right? They left off with Madison, Michelle.
Oh, both of them jokers talking hot.
And they're talking hot, right? That whole conversation, right? The whole piece that they were having, they was talking reckless, babe.
Talking hot.
Talking, hey, babe. But I want to get to a part, and I'm gonna show you guys a clip real quick. This is the part I was like, what's Madison smoking? Like, this is crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm the only one being honest here, Madison. I'm really the only one that was honest from day one.
Okay, so why did you do this?
What? I didn't do. You did. Are we living in a la la land?
Why did you do this? I'm like, I know what she means.
Like, why you stir it up like that?
Well, yeah, you stir it up like that.
Why you trying to come at me like that?
Why you trying to come at me? But when I'm really thinking about Michelle did put a lot of this in motion. But David and Madison jumped off the bridge and got into this.
Absolutely.
This argument to me, I thought was stupid. I thought somebody with Camille, or somebody would step in. Carla would step in.
Did chime in
and
like,
can y'all get to the point? Like, this is not healthy conversation because everybody's beating around the issue. Michelle never answered Madison's questions. Mm-hmm. And Madison is blaming Michelle for the fact that her and David together, which is just totally delusional.
Well, I think she blamed her, but her point, and this is the truth. Everybody in that room, let's be real. Two things they knew. Everybody in that room knew that Michelle wasn't going to stay with David. And everybody knew Ikechi and Emma weren't going to be together. And when Madison said that, I was like, right. And her thing was, why do you care? Which is the question we all been asking. And she said it in her vignette. It feels like they won and I lost. So you're just mad because you feel like they won. What did they win? But even if she did win, you didn't think he was a prize? So let her get the prize of the Cracker Jack box.
It's not David, right? It's the fact that I was married, right? And you took my man from underneath my nose.
The funniest part is
that that we're married. And Madison, what she doesn't get, homewrecker, hussy, whatever you want to call her, right? Is the fact that I don't care if this woman didn't like this dude.
Is she a homewrecker if he came at her?
Yeah, she accepted. He
wrecked the home first.
What do you call a guy who steps out on? They don't call him a homewrecker. There's no name for him, is it?
It's an adulterer.
Adulterer, right? But the adulterer, right? The adulteress and the adulterer here in this conversation, right? Madison feels like it's fair game because y'all gonna get divorced anyway. It's not fair game. She was wrong when she said that. It's not fair game because they won't get divorced anyway.
It's fair game after they say we don't want to be together.
It's fair game after they said it. But Madison was dead wrong. It was totally dead wrong, right? Madison is totally foul for pursuing a married man, whether it's happy or not. Whether they relate, and that's what Michelle's issue is. I didn't like him. But you couldn't wait until our marriage was over before you got him, and now y'all parading around in my face. And our marriage, technically, my marriage still ain't over.
Here's the thing. I say this and I stick to it. The person doing it, getting done the dirtiest in this, and this is my thing. Chick, you think it's more personal than daggone Alan. And Alan was all in. He was the only one in this that was all in. That's my problem with it. You act like, and she did at one point say, oh, you can't talk about my feelings, but she was like, but no, we wasn't gonna be together, but still.
Right. Alan is getting done dirty, but at the same time, there's Michelle said in the clip, I'm the only one that did everything right. And then you're not. You didn't do everything that you thought was right. You wasn't
No, she said, and she was like, I was the only one that was honest. 100% honest from day one. Yes, you were honest that you didn't like that man. You was honest that
the basement scared you.
The basement thing. He smokes, he drinks, he cusses. Like, that's what you was honest about. You was honest about the fact that he gave you the ick.
Yeah. I mean, she was. I mean, he did give her the ick.
And that's fine.
Right. But here is the dilemma Michelle had. Michelle has a valid point. Babe, can you wait? Mm-hmm. Can you wait till we say it's done? Mm-hmm. Like, what did the dude woo you and give you to make you say, by the way, you know what? We ain't gonna wait till it's over. That we can start sneaking around. That's some bad treadmill action right there.
To them, it was over. But it wasn't over on paper.
And it still ain't over on paper.
Right.
And we'll talk about even when I get to MM, it still ain't over on paper.
No.
Right? I still, but again, here, but Madison was doing too much. And then David just sitting back there watching the fireworks happy.
This is what we talked about. And I'm not saying it wouldn't have been like this anyway, but the next day when we see them, she obviously had a lot of liquid courage on board. She was talking that smack, that cash trash, because she had that liquor in her.
I don't think it's liquid courage. I think it's that white horse.
Anyway.
Y'all keep playing with me. I think it's that white horse.
The point is, she had something giving her a little bit extra. Yeah, put me in the ring with Michelle. She goes out yip yapping and laughing and loud talking on the way out. Like, sis, please. I think both of them ain't about it. Ain't neither one of them about it.
And David back there laughing. He put a nasty, wet, sloppy kiss on her.
He was like, man, let's just go. Cause I'm not getting ready to do this. The back and forth. Let's just go. And I was like, okay.
I wanted to hear I wanted to hear more conversation.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Because
the fact but listen. We've had this conversation a lot lately with differences. Two things could be true at the same time. They was wrong for how they went about it, but Michelle was wrong for how she treated that man, and you wasn't gonna give him no chance. And so Madison is like, you wasn't. Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad. And Michelle's biggest thing was because both of y'all lied to me. This is where I have an issue with. I say it and I'll say it again. You were supposed to be my friend. No. Y'all was very familiar associates. I'm not gonna call nobody on no show that we've been on. You are not my friend. We're not friends. What's your definition of friend?
We're associates. We're going through an experiment.
That's what I'm saying. We're associates.
We're going through an experiment together.
And so guess what? Since we associates, I expect associates. I'm not putting no whole lot of I'm not expecting a whole lot of loyalty from you. I don't know you. I don't know where you came from before we did this experiment. I don't know how you act in real life with your folks. You might not be dependable. I'm not putting a whole bunch of expectations for loyalty, respect. No, I don't know you,
man.
I don't know you.
I'm gonna go deal with Talisa's question here. What Talisa said here. And Talisa said this. She said, if Madison would have come in more humble and showing she felt bad about how it happened, wouldn't have been so bad.
Right.
She wasn't humble. I mean, there was no humility whatsoever, right? There was no apology. There still hasn't been an apology to Michelle. It's always been Michelle's fault. You have to apologize. You got to show some type of grace, right? Madison has not shown grace. David, gave a fake apology later on, but Madison has shown no grace towards this. Madison, once the cat got out of the bag, we really started to see Madison's true colors, right? Madison is like the best actor on the show because we see Madison one way, then we see Madison, pre-David, post Allen, right? And so it's like this girl done flipped up. She done flipped the script because she is totally different when she was dating Allen than she was when she's dating David. It's like two totally different things. As Rhonda said, baby David is giving her the ooh wee all the time, right? Right? She might be young. She might maybe David keeping her sauced up. I don't know, right? He's keeping it on that next level, right? But this totally different Madison that we saw in the previous episodes when she's dealing with Allen. I'm talking about to the point where it's the PDA to all that, right? From PDA to hugging and kissing, the sexual innuendos, the conversations, all that. We saw none of this when she was Allen. She had none of that energy, right? None. No. I'm like, dang, girl, you stopping David up, and you ain't even like color men. I said color, my bad. You ain't like black. You ain't like black dudes, man. You ain't like
seasoned chicken.
You ain't like seasoned chicken. So you didn't even like seasoned chicken, but now you got all this energy, all this extra. Go ahead, man.
Me and my sister were talking about this, and my sister's in the chat. The other thing about it is, I feel like the way everything went down with Madison and David too. Why are we giving so much light to them? Like, they went about it all wrong. It's like, not that we're celebrating it, but like, yeah, why are we celebrating?
Oh, they're celebrating it.
Why are we celebrating it? We see them go out and eat ice cream and all this slick talking about what they had for breakfast.
Yeah, Married at First Sight is celebrating it. They have a successful couple, but this couple wasn't married. Let's be honest. They have a successful couple who's showing energy, who likes each other. That they can say this, it happens on Married at First Sight. It's entertaining, it's drama, it's TV.
Color. Right.
My bad. My bad. I'm out of Black History Month, man. Look, out of Black History. But again, David and Madison. A question for you guys. Drop it in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm putting a poll question. I just want to see. I'm gonna give you guys a poll because I want to answer this. Right? Do you think that Madison and David should have been kicked off the show All right, or do you think Madison and David should be kicked off the show for what they did?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's all fair in love and war. All right, is it all fair in love and war? Or should be kicked off the show?
I feel like they should have been kicked off the show, but at the point when everything came out, it's kind of like, what's the point? Because it was at the end. It was at the end of when it got revealed for real. Because, like me and my husband always talked about, the producers knew it was happening. You're not gonna tell me they didn't. All these cameras, or just the cameraman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or just the cameraman. Somebody knew it was going down.
Well, somebody knew it was going down. I think this is where, but it makes interesting television.
Mm-hmm.
It makes interesting TV, and people love to see train wrecks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People love to see train wrecks, and so it's one of those things that I think they glorify this too much.
Mm-hmm.
They throw, as you mentioned, they throw it in the face of Alan a lot. They throw it in the face of Michelle a lot. Even when you see around the couple, even when they was at the Thomas's birthday party, Michelle had nerve, right? Madison had nerve to say, man, they celebrating Brandon and MM more than they celebrate me and David. Like, do you know how you got your man? Like, do you know you stole your man from another husband, right? From another woman? Like, do you understand people are not going to celebrate cheaters? They don't celebrate cheaters. It's what it is. Cheaters don't get celebrated. Like, how in the world are we going to celebrate the cheater? That's not the thing. Like, she was really upset.
Yeah. Like I said, Michelle has a right to be upset, yes, but I just feel like you're a little more upset than the level of interest that you put into your marriage. And my man Alan is sticking to what he sticks to his guns, bruh. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Don't try to shake my hand. Don't try to dap me up. Don't try. We are not cool.
But when we get to Alan, Alan's on a slippery slope because Alan's back out there. He on them apps.
Lord have mercy.
Alan on them apps, and he on some weird stuff, man. And so I can say weird. Alan, I'm not gonna say weird, right? Alan's on tough stuff that he likes, right? That he deals with, that he's indulging in. Alan is on some BDSM. Alan's talking to a lot of different women. I knew Alan was into that when he talked about that rubber suit. When he talked about that rubber suit when he was on a retreat, I said, okay, I know what you like. Mm-hmm. I know what you into, Alan.
He just want to try that with somebody that's into it.
But Alan, if y'all peep what he said, Alan was like, he ain't on a dry spell no more. Alan went and got him some in the last couple of days.
He did, because he said who else was like that? Like they was fully expecting
Clint
in this space that I was gonna get me some. Yeah. And when me and my spouse didn't vibe right and it fell apart, it was but when just Clint, it was Clint and whoever else on that season did, like almost immediately.
Eris went out there.
They went and got them some.
Yeah.
And so we see where Alan's at. But this is a question. This is a side note. Is he still wearing the happy smiles? I wonder, did he keep the happy smiles for his teeth? I'm just curious because I was looking all in his mouth like, do he have it in there? Hey. Or is he just wearing it at night? Because when you have those, you're supposed to wear them like all day. And he didn't look like he had that in his mouth. So was he like, you think he took the $3,000 clothes back?
No, he kept them clothes.
I'm being facetious.
You probably see that. You probably see some of that at the reunion.
I'm being facetious. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you all these changes that you was making to try to make her like you when she was playing like she was gonna like you because you made changes, but she really didn't like you because she was liking somebody else? Did you keep all that stuff?
He kept it.
That lady that's trying to chain you up, she don't don't care enough about them teeth.
Alan paid for that. He's on the app. Alan paid for that. We'll see. Right. We'll see all that fit. That whole look. That fit's coming out. But now Alan, Alan's out there, sowing his wild oats. Didn't want to deal with Madison, but they did have a little conversation. He was like, "It's what it is. I don't want to let it go." Like
now, they are the ones that I could totally understand. The one and cut like We are not friends. I don't want to be friendly with you at all. If I see you out at the bar or the club and I'm seeing you being transactional, which is what you are, I'm going the other way. Don't feel like you need to speak to me.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because where did Alan lie? Y'all remember the episode? She was totally
irritated her. She
was totally upset and crying that Alan thought she was in these streets. That he thought she was in these streets. And I can't believe he talked about that about me.
People always make that assumption about me.
But girl, you in these streets. You're in the streets. You're out there and you shaking your booty. You with another man. And you having fun. You're to the point. Her dad was in.
You always keep going back to that.
Her dad was talking about them STDs. Yo, she brought something home. For her dad to ask Alan.
I don't think he brought something home.
Or
he knows her lifestyle.
He knows her lifestyle.
I know she be out there.
Remember, she said that too, though. She said when she was talking to David, when she was talking about man, what she say? I've had nothing in a while. You know, I haven't been in a relationship in a while, or I used to be out there just running around. You was loose. You were loose. Mm-hmm. You was out there just laying it down. Well, not laying it down, getting laid down.
This is, Rhonda said it. Love for real. It's the truth hurts. If that ain't you
dust it off. But Alan saw it.
Her feelings was some kind of hurt.
Her feelings were hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's what I was going to say to Lisa. She ain't in the streets. She stepped out. So what she did was she stepped outside the house.
She
stepped outside the house, but she was walking on the sidewalk. She ain't in the streets because in the streets you running with everybody. She running with him, and I don't know. I mean, I don't mean this in a rude way, but the more episodes we see of him, I just be like, did he look like that at the beginning? He's looking. I don't know. He's not. I never thought he was like super cute, but he's starting. I'm like, ooh, what's going on with him?
Let me explain this to you. I'm going to explain this to you.
I know what you're
I'm about to explain this to you guys. Here it is, right? David was putting on a facade for Michelle. Oh. Michelle, remember, wanted David to dress a certain way. She wanted David to quit all his activities, wanted him to quit smoking, wanted him to quit drinking, wanted him to quit cussing. Madison don't care. So the things, all the vices that he does, read between the lines, all the vices he does, he's doing them again, right? So all the devices he used to do, he's picking them vices back up.
And it's showing in his skin.
And it's showing
in his teeth.
Showing in his skin, his teeth, his body language.
That ponytail ain't never bothered me so bad.
He's not keeping himself fresh as he used to. He's on a binge. If you watch recently.
Not a binge.
Yo, if you watch recently, you watch with it. No, real. Watch with him and Madison. He always got a drink in his hand. Right? When he was with Michelle, you didn't see that stuff. But now with the scenes with Madison, he's always drinking. He's always in tune to something. So he's letting himself go. And that's why you can see the change and you can see the flip in David, his appearance and everything else. Because again, those vices, he's back to his old ways. He's back to
he does not look good to me. I mean, and I don't mean that he looks good. I'm just like, why does he look like that?
You know, y'all.
But I agree with you.
The tattoo thing, like he going to the gym, people talking about him going to the gym working out. I'm not body shaming anybody. Trust me, that's not what I do. But people were not talking about. It was so like he body builds. He go to the gym all the time. He used to. They don't see the definition. They don't see. They like, hey. But when you're not lifting on a regular basis, even though you're a bodybuilder, your body goes.
You have a tom-tom
your body goes back.
Tattoo when he went to the tattoo parlor. I thought that scene was funny too. Oh, let me show you that I'm serious, which he was willing to do for Michelle, but Michelle wasn't giving him no play. I'm gonna cover up this tattoo or this person that I thought it was so funny that they blurred it out.
The girl's
just in case people put two and two together, because somebody be like, oh, I know David. I remember when he used to mess with so and so. And if you ask me, I don't know. This is just me. The tattoo looks stupid to me. The cover up, it looks stupid.
Yeah,
it looks stupid. I feel like the spray can could have looked a little bit more pronounced with the hand. I don't know. It just I think I would have got it covered up different than that. But she was like they can make this would be a memory. Oh, I remember I was there when he covered it up.
You really had to look at it twice to see what it was. It was a spray can going backwards.
It did. I was like, what the heck? You paid for that?
He did. She liked it.
Did she? Right now, I don't even know what Madison likes.
Yo,
they both so. But I was like, if he chuckle and giggle one more time, he's giggling like a schoolgirl. It's not cute.
He's smitten, and I almost threw up, y'all. When they were eating ice cream the next morning, and they're sitting there talking about
breakfast.
Breakfast was good this morning, bruh. Nobody need to know that. And that ain't the first time y'all screwed each other. That ain't the first time you'd have had breakfast. Because you wanted to eat it up before. So that ain't the first time.
Oh, that was funny too. When she got her espresso martini. You look so good. I want to eat you up.
Whatever.
They're really chuckling. They're really chuckling. They are really playing in. I'm not even
playing in our face. They're playing in the Married at First Sight.
They is really playing in Alan's face, and Michelle too. But
8 weeks, Alan could barely get a hug. Here it is, 8 weeks. Alan won a competition and got a kiss on the cheek. This dude get a tattoo. He get kissed down. I'm saying again, she didn't like Alan. I get it, but I'm just putting the two together. Like, yo.
But even so.
And even on 30th,
you didn't like you could have gave. You know that man wanted a daggone kiss on the mouth.
Hey man,
One thing about it, I'm not mad at David for all them purple balloons and stuff. You know I love purple. I was like, ooh.
Here it is. Check. I'm gonna get back to the purple balloons in a minute. Don't forget it. We make sure we take care. We make sure we take care of you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I catch hints. What? I see the hint. Y'all hear
Party Cities. All the Party City went out of business.
Y'all heard the hint. Amazon still got purple balloons and I can buy a helium tank. Y'all catch the hint right there. Wow, with all that purple. Ooh.
I don't know.
Anyway, the reason that she didn't kiss Alan, this is my theory. The reason that she didn't kiss Alan is because she was already dating David. And she ain't want to cheat on David.
She ain't want to swap spits.
She ain't want to cheat on David. She was already feeling David. If us the viewers and everybody say it happened, their connection happened on the honeymoon, by the time it got back to that tennis match or whatever the case may be, her and David was already dating. And she didn't want to do anything with Alan that may get back to David. Or
maybe not even that. She didn't want to be kissing 2 men at a time. Period. She just didn't like Alan. She
didn't kiss more than 2 men at a time.
She just didn't like Alan. And to each his own.
Each his own.
But this is the thing about Married at First Sight. I am putting my faith in these experts, and so you're trying to get somebody based on what you think fits. It hasn't been working. So the whole point is to go with the experts and how they match it up or whatever. And prime example, Jamie and Doug.
Yeah.
Man, she was crying in the corner. She had slid down the wall, was crying in the corner about him. She was not. And look at them now. Look at them now. Once you get outside, that's the whole point of Married at First Sight. Once you get outside what you think you really want and need, even when it comes to looks, personality and stuff, look at what can happen. And so, yeah.
So, he has the birthday.
Alan could have been good for her. He treated her like a queen. Oh, he definitely would have, because on the other side, we talking about David was smitten. Obviously, Alan was.
Yeah. But the way David is rolling the red carpet out for Michelle, if Michelle would have just let David roll for Madison, the way he rolled the red carpet out for Madison, Michelle would have just let him roll the red carpet out. He would have did it for her. It might have been a different story.
Yeah.
If she had been open to let him, the purple balloons, the nice dinner, the take time off of work.
That's the other thing I said too.
He laid all this out for her, and he's doing it.
He's still gonna put that polo on.
He's still gonna put that polo on. He's doing it for Madison, but he could have did this for Michelle. It might have changed, but she wasn't open to it, and she wasn't open to it. But the stuff that he's doing for Madison, the gestures are nice. It's just the intention behind it.
Laying it low and spread it.
It's just what you see behind it. What you see behind it is much more, to me, seems like a lot of lust, infatuation. It's a lot more thrill, much more excitement. There's no solid foundation that's in a relationship. It's like we're living on this. We're living on this high, this sexual high, and this exploitation high that we really don't have anything else there, because if you listen to their conversations, it's always sexual.
It's a lot of
and David doesn't say anything but laugh. You're right, girl, you good. You know, he never says anything.
I can see myself being married to Madison based on what?
Based on the way that she busted wide open, you know, and
lay low and spread it wide.
The way she laid low and spread it wide, the way he was talking about it, like that was the best he ever had. And the way she was putting it away, like, hey, I like to get the same thing tomorrow. That's what he said.
He did.
So that's what he said. So that's why it's there, because he's getting the thing that he wasn't getting in another relationship. But let's move on. All right. Mm-hmm. Anything else you got for Madison and David? Because they suck.
And the bad part is, I think me and you talked about it. I think I talked to my sister about it. Is if they had went about it in a different way, we might be rooting for them. Yeah. You know, we might be rooting for them if once they made it through the 8 weeks and oh man, their marriage didn't work out, but wow, they still found love on Married at First Sight.
Like David and Val, not Zach and Val, which didn't work out. How Zach and Val hooked up after the show and all the other things, but it just didn't work out. So
that's what I was going to say too, just to go back a little bit with the way Carla and Juan carry their relationship. Remember, that was Val's thing. If you say no to me on the decision day,
yeah, we're done.
We are not friends. I don't want to talk to you. She meant that. But anyway, so who we going to next?
Thomas and Camille, very simple, right? We see Thomas and Camille. Thomas, they actually move into Thomas's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they move into Thomas's apartment. Thomas is a gentleman, man. I like Thomas. Thomas like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my suits out the closet.
Make some room
for you.
Baby.
Make some room for you. You can do this. You know, and Camille said, well, we might need to change this and change that. But she's happy to embrace Thomas's place and that fact that he made a decision.
That's what I was gonna say. She's happy that he made a decision. That's all she wanted. Like, where are we gonna go from here? And he was true to his word. His thing was, I would feel more secure making this decision once we decide on decision day we're going to stay together. Yeah. And once that was made, then he was like, okay, I hear what you're saying with your mouth, but at decision day, like this is the culminating thing. Like this, I know for sure. Okay, yes, we're going ahead. So why don't you move in with me? And we'll go from there.
And she like, we're not gonna take it. He was like, we're not gonna take it. We may be here for a couple months, not long, at least till his lease runs out, right? And that's was the thing. We could be here till my lease run out. She cancel her lease, whatever, and then we'll find a spot a little bit, maybe be a little bigger together. But I thought it was real gentlemanly that Thomas was willing to do that. I laughed at some of the people I read the comments. They went and bought towels and all this stuff, and I laughed at some of the comments. Be like, they just took them towels and put it up. Like, you supposed to wash those first. You better wash them towels and dry them, and then put them up on the on your rack. But she's making his house a home for them, and which is a good thing. And we finally saw that lingerie, y'all.
She was like, "Oh, Suki, now I'm about to pull this lingerie out." He was like, "Yeah."
Man, he was half asleep on that bed.
Until she jumped on him.
Until she jumped on him, until she came up with that lingerie and playing.
Listen, and I know we say this jokingly.
She pounced that dude.
Because in the meantime, as this is going on, we're at 3, 6, 12 days later. It's a countdown. Thomas has had a birthday, so he's turned 43. She is tearing this man up, them hamstrings, and Lord have mercy, don't jump on him like that.
He can work out. He work out. He can handle it. He works out.
He gonna have to work out now because she this whole 8 weeks, she been wearing him out, doing them suicides on the basketball court.
Ain't no running when he laying
out on the flag football. Okay, but you still
ain't no running when he laying in that
no,
bed.
It ain't no running, but still gotta protect your back and everything.
Right. It's safe measures. He good. He was happy to see that lingerie.
He was.
I was like, what's up, man? You already a smash.
I still have. Oh, that's the one thing.
Yes, at least I did notice that. Yes, he said I love you. And she just smiled. Here it is. Yes. He said I love you, and she just smiled. Look, when I say I love you, I want to hear it back. I don't care how long we've been married. I don't care how long it's been.
You want her, but would you want her to say it when she's not actually feeling it?
You
like that?
Every day you feel it.
No, but I'm saying if she's not feeling in love.
Then why say yes?
What you mean? Feeling like I'm in love is not a condition to say yes at decision day. Who else talked about that? That was Austin and Jessica's whole thing.
Do you love me? Yes or no? Check the box.
Maybe.
I made my own box. Maybe.
Certain days of the week, huh?
No, I'm saying if I'm Camille, you know what? Today's a maybe. Then.
Today's a maybe.
No, you know I love you every day. I love you every day.
I know.
Even though you get on my nerves sometimes. I love you every day.
But you said
I get on yours too.
You do, but I still love you.
I know.
I know, thank you. But you do say it when you mean it too.
You know what?
You do say it when you mean it, and when in this situation you say it when you mean it.
Yeah.
And Married at First Sight. And I think she's learning to grow into love Thomas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things she said. She's learning to grow.
That's possible, Rhonda.
Yeah,
they might not. Or the other thing is they might not think we're astute viewers as we are. Oh, we see everything.
We dissect and stuff.
We catch everything.
I watch it about 3 or 4 times and dissect certain videos. But
I still have hope for Thomas and Camille. I still like them. I would be surprised if when they come back at the reunion, if they're not together. I'd be surprised.
I'll be surprised too. Would anybody else be surprised if Thomas and Camille would be not together at reunion time?
I'd be surprised.
Let us know if you'd be surprised. I would be surprised.
And then I feel like if they're not, it'll be something real lame. Like what?
To me, it has to be something. Yeah, it got to be why. I want to. If they're not together, why?
Mm-hmm.
Like who fault is it?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be Camille's. if they're not together, it'll be Camille's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Thomas is locked in. I think Thomas is really
so not her fault, but it'd be something that
dealing with her.
Yes,
something dealing with her.
Yeah, let's not say her fault, but it'd be something.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. We always root for Black love, and
I'm rooting for Black love.
I'm rooting for love, period, but especially for Black love. We offer busting stereotypes that Black couples don't stay together. They don't get together, and Yeah. So I like that.
I like that too.
But yeah, so that's it with them seeing that lingerie. He's hoping to see the lingerie some more. So we'll see. So last but not least, it's not.
I don't do Camille like that. I'm not doing Camille in a bad way. Trust me, I like Camille. I think she has, but there's some things with Camille that could potentially rub Thomas the wrong way. There's some things
but he's so easygoing.
And that's what I'm saying. He's easygoing, so it has to be something. I don't see him saying, you know what, I'm done with this. This ain't working.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to ride. The dude was in a 9-year relationship with his girlfriend, and they wouldn't see an eye to eye. And they still lived together. And it was together 9 years. It took him a long time to get out of that relationship.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I don't think he's going to get out of this marriage unless,
no.
Unless something really catastrophic happens.
Mm-hmm.
Based off his past behaviors and the past things that he's been through. He seemed like once you bring him home, he's good. He don't like change.
Mm-mm.
He's not changing. She's good to him. I think he even said it like, this is one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I was making that comment. I do think Camille has it's a learning curve when you marry. Some things to learn in marriage.
Yeah. And I mean, I think there's age difference.
And age difference, Thomas does as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they both have some things that they need to learn.
But I'm hopeful.
I'm hopeful.
Yes, I'm hopeful for today. I'm hopeful. Okay.
All right. Move on. Before we even get to Ikechi and Eminem, I don't want to get to Ikechi.
We're not even talking about Ikechi and Eminem. It's not even that's not even the couple we talking about.
Nah, we're gonna get to Brandon and Eminem. Yo, it's so many red flags here. All right. Can y'all count the red flag? How many red flags did you count when it came to Brandon? Because I counted a lot.
First of all, neither one of them. Okay, first of all,
she met him on
where did you come from?
She said they was reconnecting on social media. At what point did y'all start reconnecting on social media? And at what point did you tell this dude that you was in this experiment? He acted like when they was sitting at the table, he didn't know there was a Married at First Sight. Dude, you mic'd up. You have a camera in front of you.
What you think it's for?
What do you think it's for? For real. Like, what do you think this is for? But the issue dealing with him. He's coming out of a 10. Brandon's a friend that she knew from grade school. And so I'm going to say grade school loosely, their story at grade school, right? Because if you listen to him while he's at the table, and I didn't pull the clip, they knew each other at grade school. They reconnected on social media according to MM. And she's going out on a date. They're having a date with him. He talks about how he met his wife. He's currently still married to because he's in the process of divorce at the age of 29 on her birthday. They went out on their birthday, and then 6 months later, he found himself marrying her. Mm-hmm. After 6 months. I'm not saying nothing wrong with 6 months. Some people move quick. Some people move fast. Mm-hmm. Ain't here for me to judge. All right. He has 2 kids. She asked him about kids. If y'all reconnected on social media, you didn't know none of these answers? You didn't know that he was a lieutenant in the fire department? Like y'all just reconnected and he has no pictures of his family whatsoever on this social media channel that you reconnected on. So you asking questions for TV and not asking questions for clarity. And what he said was that really caught my ear and my listen. I'll try to pull it up. He said, when she's talking about dating, I get a second opportunity with you. So if y'all knew each other since grade,
maybe he had a crush on her back then, but she didn't.
Y'all hadn't seen each other since grade school. When was the first opportunity?
In grade school.
In grade school.
In grade school.
Okay, in grade school. I'm thinking the first opportunity.
It was too silly to, goofy little boys pulling your ponytail and I mean, and not that would be serious anyway. I mean, it's elementary school, grade school, like, but where you're at, look, I'm with that too. Okay, so however they reconnected on social media, I promise you, I'm going down your timeline. I'm looking at your pictures. I'm gonna ask you just for clarity on what I already seen.
And red flag, where you staying at now? On my sister's couch.
It's because him and his wife had a place together.
And he's out. He's out and he's staying on sister's couch. Cool.
It bees like that.
It bees like that way sometimes. Keep it moving. It bees that way sometimes. And so he's a lieutenant fire chief, makes X amount of dollars. I'm not nothing wrong with staying on your sister's couch. You get yourself together. But again, why couldn't you get a place for yourself?
We don't know how recent the
divorce is. Right. That makes it even worse because you're still on the couch.
Yeah. But yeah. And then man, moving fast. 12 days. Okay, so we see them reconnecting.
He meets with the brother or the cousin.
But before that, that's when he met Carla and Camille
at the house. And Carla was like, girl, if that's he's talking about his light. If that's the only light you got.
It was like I was in a dark tunnel and I couldn't see no light. Jesus is the light of the world. Okay, first of all. But there was no light in this tunnel. And I was going through like he was like on some, I was in a depressed state. I almost like, I don't know if he said this, like, but it was almost like I didn't want to live. I didn't know what to do with myself. And then, so you didn't get you just now coming out the tunnel with her? That's not good. I hope you would have came out the tunnel before that.
My man was in 9 and he was in 10 years of darkness. I told Jack, I'm trying to figure out the numbers, right? Because here it is. Go back to the numbers. I just listen to what people say. He said he'd been married for 10 years. Mm-hmm. They got married 6 months after they met, but he has an 11-year-old and 8-year-old. Now I'm figuring that is the 11-year-old another woman, or the 11-year-old just turned 11 after the divorce and is with the same mom. I'm just trying to figure some things. You never know, right? Just try to figure some things. Just try to figure some things out. So he has some red flags there because he never talks straight. Everything's in circles, and he never answer her questions, but he throw back the question again to her so she can spill. Oh, what about your husband? Oh, he was scared. He was just scared. Ikechi wasn't scared. Ikechi just didn't care. It was no fear in Ikechi. It was like, I don't want to be with you. You're doing too much. Hey, guess what? It wasn't that. He tried to be all deep and stuff. You know, trying to be a psychic, right? Or try to get into MM side. And she just sucking it all up. Just, oh girl, oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Which to
fast forward, that's why Ikechi tried to say, I told you she just want to plug and play husband. Well, I'm gonna say this again. Duh. What do you think you're getting when you get on Married at First Sight? A plug and play. It doesn't matter who it is, because it doesn't matter who it is, because you don't know what you're gonna get.
Hey, Kathy, I agree with you. Michelle needs to conduct an investigation. Nancy Michelle Drew will find out. Nancy Michelle Drew will find out what's going on, right? Definitely with Brandon. But again, then Brandy talks to her cousin, Rafiq. What was his name?
I can't remember how you say it.
Rafi?
Yeah, something like that.
When they talk to her cousin, right?
And he gives us a little more insight. Okay, so I've known him for 20 years. I get a contact out the blue from Brandon, you know, but he's a good guy. I've known him for 20 years, whatever. And he's still on some, but you, my cousin, open your eyes, like be aware. So and then all of a sudden here he comes.
I agree. He chased us down. When he heard out of the blue, he gets from Brandon. That girl posted on her Instagram, her social media, that she was getting divorced. It didn't work out. I'm not dealing with this dude anymore. And guess who pops up? Hey. Oh, she what? And look,
that's why I think he always been lurking in the shadows. Had a crush on her.
He's the one she was dating before Ikechi, right? And then now he's back in the picture, right? He was dating and all that before, and like you said earlier, there's truth to every story. They did reconnect on social media, right? But it wasn't when we think they reconnected. They reconnected prior to Married at First Sight.
Yep, that's very possible.
All right, and they reconnected while she was going through this.
Because ain't no way. And then he said, I feel like this was a ploy too. As they're sitting there talking, oh, I fall fast, I fall hard, I fall fast and hard.
Y'all, here you fall fast and hard. It's all sketchy. It's all wishy-washy.
In one episode, we get them reconnecting. We get him meeting Carla and Camille.
12 whole days.
We see him meeting the cousin. We see him getting down on one knee with nothing in his hand. Then we also see them going to the jewelry store, and he does it again. This you're talking about a whirlwind romance in 12 days.
In 2 weeks, 14 days. Well, 12 days, yeah, 2 weeks. Look, here it is. Cousin approved, but cousin asked him some questions. He just got divorced. Are you sure that you want to mess? Do you sure that you want to get involved?
No, we going through this together. We both getting divorced. We going through this divorce together. No, you're not.
No, you're not. He's going through his divorce. You're going through your divorce. Stop being a pick me and putting stuff together so quick. She wants to be loved so bad, right? Here it is. She wants to be loved so bad that she's willing to take anything. And I'm not saying that.
You are on Married at First Sight.
She said that. Here we go.
Love feels like. And that's why I knew that first marriage wasn't for me. I didn't feel it. Ikechi was not ready to love, but Brandon is a man that's ready. He does not make me feel small. He makes me feel big.
He doesn't make me feel small. He makes me feel big. That man is telling you what you want to hear. He's whispering sweet nothing in your ear. Either this relationship is much longer than we think it has been, or I don't want to insult the girl. MM has some issues that she needs to handle. Mentally, emotionally, she wants to be loved. She just wants to be loved. And that girl is
right.
She looks so she's going through. That girl want to be loved. She want to be out, and she's putting on for the cameras. Right? And anybody came. Y'all, I got a lot of ladies in the chat. Y'all just help me out, indulge me for it. I asked Jack this question. I can't remember the answer. If a guy comes to you and proposes to you with no ring, get down on one knee, tell me, will you marry me? Are y'all saying yes?
My answer to you was, it depends on the circumstances. Like if it was you, if you had asked me to marry you with no ring, I would be like, we was in, like you were still in college at the time. That makes all the sense in the world. But you could at least had a ring pop. But
I wouldn't come in like that.
My thing is I would understand certain circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I was in high school and somebody proposed to me, I wouldn't necessarily expect them to have a ring, and especially not these many carat ring, because we in high school. Where do you work at that you really make money enough to have a ring like that? So I think it depends. Doggone it, we couldn't be together no 5 years, and you proposing to me with no ring. Now you need to get your weight up, sir. No.
Well, you know, I think 5 years is too long anyway. But that's a whole different.
But show. I'm just saying, for example, it depends on the circumstances. But yeah.
You grown folks don't wait 5 years to get married, in my opinion.
What's his name? Ain't grown.
Who?
Thomas.
Well, nah. At that time,
whole 43.
At that time, he didn't want to be with the girl for 9 years. But again, that's a whole different podcast.
Miss Rhonda, that's the same thing I said. I think the reason why she's so ready to jump in. Let's go back to the beginning episodes. Her dad's thing to her was always build your career, and then worry about love next. So she got a biological clock ticking. She hasn't had no relationships, and I'm on Married at First Sight, so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be married now. So yeah, I'm about to jump on the next train to come past.
But you're still in the middle of divorce, and you can't technically get married or divorced, and you didn't read the contract until they show the reunion.
Well, I don't think they're gonna get married immediately anyway, because you know that's a trend too. I think about Jim Jones and Chrissy. I don't know if you all know Jim Jones and Chrissy. But people just be getting engaged really sometimes to shut the woman up or to shut yourself up. And you'd be getting engaged, and then they engaged for 4 or 5 years. We might as well not be engaged. You're not going to get engaged with me, and we don't have no date on the calendar.
My man, then he goes and get a $4,000 ring. 4-carat ring. Now, that goes back to my thing. He must put on credit. Put on his credit. He must put on his credit, or she paid for it. You pay for her own ring. Because if you go for the 4-carat ring, why are you sleeping on your sister's couch?
Because he's in between. He hasn't been. We don't know what. Because sometimes during divorce, sometimes during the divorce, his credit might be messed up because of whatever they went through, and he can't get a place.
Then how you get a 4-carat ring? Either you paying cash.
Because they don't care about you.
They do. You paying unless he paying cash.
He might be.
But if you pay cash for a 4-carat ring, then you can pay cash for an apartment.
I don't know what to sign. I'm not in that man's pockets.
I ain't in that man's pockets.
We don't know the circumstances for why he's staying with his sister. Maybe it's just more convenient. I'm trying,
See at the firehouse.
For real.
I give you that, Catherine. She is self-supporting, right? And not worried about the price of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
She take care of herself. She wants to be married so bad that I agree with Casey, right? And I didn't agree with him much this season, but I do. Any dude would have came by and said, I want to marry you, and I like you, and you look good, and would have talked to her right, she gonna marry. And she said
that's the whole point of Married at First Sight. I fully expect her to. I fully expect somebody that's in this process to have that same attitude outside the process.
But this is Married off the streets, because she just picked him up off the streets. This ain't Married at First Sight. This show could have ended 3 episodes ago. We would have been fine. We get married off the streets. We get married off the streets. We get married off the streets out here, because at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. They're married and just ending everybody off the streets. Yo, she again. Nothing against dude, I don't know dude, right? But again, it just seems fishy. Even to the point when they get to the point with Ikechi and they at Thomas's birthday party. Dude knows what he's doing, right? He's ready. He's ready to go into Ikechi, right? He act like he don't know who Ikechi is. He could have put it on the credit card. I give him that.
He did.
Here it is. Just check this out. Just watch Brandon here, because it's messy.
I'm like, what?
It's messy.
How y'all doing? What is this?
It's my ex-husband.
EKG, I'm sorry. You don't understand. I am MM's fiance. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Seriously.
One more time, because I had the sound messed up. One more time, because I want you to look at Brandon. How y'all doing?
What is this?
It's my ex-husband.
EKG, I'm sorry. You don't understand. I am MM's fiance. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Seriously.
That's so funny. Okay. Congratulations.
That whole little laugh.
He said, I don't give a rat's tail.
Like, my Brandon was like, who's this? my ex-fiance.
My ex-husband.
My ex-husband. That little laugh there, he like, okay, watch me punk the little man. His move.
It really was.
His mind was
it
like,
was someone watch me punk
watch me punk little man, right? Why we go punk this little man, right? And he gets up and, I'm Casey. I'm Brandon. I'm MM's fiance.
First of all, why you introduce yourself like that?
Right. Man, you try to punk this dude. And then did y'all catch?
Yeah, it was EKG.
Yeah. It was EKG, yeah. Did y'all catch all the PDA that MM and Brandon was doing when EKG came in the room? It was so much more PDA.
Oh, yeah.
She was all up in his face. She's trying to make a man that you don't like, that you wrote a letter to, that you said what'd she say?
I wish you the worst.
Wish you the worst to. You're trying to embarrass him and make him feel little in front of.
She wasn't. He was putting on like, but you don't even got to do that because he don't care.
He don't care.
He don't care.
That's why Brandon's here for the TV show. Brandon was trying to do so much for the TV to get his name out there. The people talk about him. It wasn't about MM. And I mean, they may still be married today. It was, and I'm fine with that. But I'm just talking about this moment. This moment here, Brandon was doing too much.
Oh, for sure.
For the cameras.
Oh, for sure. And then MM got in on it. Ikechi, she's sitting there with Brandon and she says, hold on, I got to go talk to my ex for a minute. Ikechi, can I have a moment with you? He said no. And she was like, fine. I'll just talk to you right here. I wanted to pull you to the side, but I apologize for my response to you. But this is my thing. She didn't quantify when it was, so it did make it look like the whole time. And his thing said, I told y'all, I took and told y'all, but she should have been specific. I feel like she wasn't talking about the entire time of our marriage when she was apologizing. She was talking about I wish you the worst, because that was a low blow. It was unnecessary. You didn't have to do that. And when they had the little couple setting where she got the yelling and screaming at him, that's what she was apologizing for.
Man, she was gaslighting that dude, and he was gaslighting her. Talisa, you were right. Talisa, you were right. She would marry anyone.
She would.
She wants to be married so bad at this point. Here it is. You know that she knows this relationship is not right. Michelle asked her, do your mama know? No, I ain't tell my mama yet. You ain't tell your mama, because your mama gonna look at you like you foolish. Your mama gonna say, girl, are you crazy? You what? Your divorce ain't even final. You ain't even done, but you engaged to who? Now, if here it is, if her cousin knew him from around the way, mama know little Brandon who lived down the road too.
Mm-hmm.
And Brandon may not have a good reputation with mama. We don't know. I'm just saying.
Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not Brandon so much as, like you said, her mama would be like, baby, you just got out of one thing. Now you're jumping into something else.
That girl ain't healed.
Take it slow, baby.
And so much baggage she has. To come out of that relationship with Ikechi, you got to have baggage. There's some issues that she have. There's some healing issues. There's a lack of love issue. When she was telling Brandon all the things that Ikechi would do and how she was feeling and how she would feel every day. You're not healed, baby. You want peace, and peace ain't in Brandon right now. Sometimes peace is you getting your mind right, getting together, say, you know what, Brandon, we can rock it, but we can't be in a relationship. And I was riding for her, but her self-esteem is low. Her self-worth is low.
Mm-hmm.
She wants, at this point, because her dad wouldn't allow her to have men, she's taking anything. I see why she's on the show.
Mm-hmm. It's like we always say, me and you talk about it, and me and my sister have said it too. There's a reason why these people are on Married at First Sight.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason.
Oh, it's definitely a reason.
There's a reason why they're on there. But yeah, I thought that whole interaction was a hot mess. A hot mess. There is no need for EKG to know Brandon. Y'all ain't gonna be co-parenting. Y'all ain't gonna have no connection. We found out EKG's been going on dates.
Man, that was a lie. He's
supposed to be going on a date from there.
That was a lie.
And they was like, you want to, we getting updates. You want to share? He was like, not with y'all. He lied to say that.
EKG lied. He wasn't going on no date. You gotta look at it, you gotta read it. He said he was going on a date after he met Brandon. After man, you want something? Nah, I got a date here in a minute. I just want to stop by. Nah, he wasn't going on no date. Not at all. No date at all. He felt like, it's because the comment was made. I can see it's open season in here.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to read between the lines. The comments he made, the open season, he throwing shots, and he's moving around in that realm. It was no date. He was gonna go home. He was ready to go do his vignette, get out of it. He was there to appreciate Thomas, but he also there to collect his check.
Talisa makes a good point. Yeah, maybe he's trying to show up. It's not about MM and EKG at all. He's trying to show up his wife, his soon-to-be ex-wife. You ain't stopping nothing over here, sis.
Oh, okay. I'm on TV.
I think you're right.
You're right. Good point, sis. I'm on TV. I got a new boo. She loves me. She's my light. You had me in the dark. She done turned on. She kept the light switch on. He also found a place to stay.
Nah, Miss D, this it.
This is today. People. Life started life.
Yeah.
Life has started life, and so it's just us today. Yeah. We would love to get the panel. We'll be back together next week.
Yes.
We'll be back together next week. We got Talisa in the chat, so ask whatever you want, Miss D. She's giving her opinion in the chat, and I appreciate my big sis for doing that.
Yeah,
big sis, I'm gonna text you later because my baby coming out that way. She on the plane right now, so I got you. I'm about to call you. We'll call you when it's over. But those are the type of things that we saw, right? The thing that was major red flags, right? It is a lot of red flags here. MM didn't see the red flags. Got a lot of red flags, and we couldn't see it, and she couldn't see it. She has rose-colored glasses on. Everybody else can see them, but she can't, and that's the problem, man. What's the biggest red flag y'all seen in this episode, in this season? What's the biggest red flag, right? Do you date somebody who's sleeping on a sister's couch? Do you date somebody, are you getting a 12-day proposal? Are you saying yes? If I don't propose to you after 12 days, would you say yes?
No, I'd be like, boy, stop playing with me. But after 12, after 12 days, what? Of us dating or knowing me?
Knowing you.
Oh, absolutely not.
So,
when I met you, I had a boyfriend anyway. Remember, you had a girlfriend.
I did? No, I was kidding. I did.
Yeah, we was just
it was cool.
Even like that.
It was friends. It was friends. We were friends.
So I absolutely would have been like,
how about 12 days after we date? We're dating.
Yeah, I still would be like, anyway.
We had known each other for about 2 years then.
Anyway, I'm not doing that.
You're not okay. I was just checking.
I'm not doing it. But even if you proposed after 12 days, we wouldn't get married. Excuse me.
Carla. We talked about Carla here this again. Carla looked at that dude was Carla. I love Carla, y'all. This season,
she's grown on me.
Carla's grown on me. Carla's the MVP. Carla we joke about all the energy and stuff, but she reads the energy.
Man.
Carla can read somebody in the room and know when they're not good, right?
What I like about her is that she's honest too. She gonna tell it like a T.I. is.
Carla's honest.
She gonna tell it like a T.I. is.
Carla is honest. And she read it. She's like, if that's his right, she's her light already. That's a red flag for me. That's a red flag. Yeah. So Carla's grew on me, man. Carla, I like Carla. I wish her the best, right? I wish she'll grow up. But Carla and she read somebody else. Even when her and Michelle was sitting down having a conversation.
I know the truth. What truth?
Even though she had a conversation with Michelle and the partner, like, we're gonna get this thing annulled. Now I don't know what the rules of Chicago are. Y'all can help me out, right? Can you get an annulment?
No consummation,
in Chicago? Can you get an annulment if you have not consummated? Because some states you can't get annulments even once you say you're married, and you gotta wait for divorce. So I don't know Chicago.
And the annulment doesn't have to do necessarily with the consummation. An annulment has to be like somebody basically pulled the wool over your eyes. They presented themselves with a situation different than I think that's what we saw in DC.
I think Alan can get an annulment. Maybe Michelle. I'm not sure about Carla and Juan.
Carly Ewan.
I agree with that too. I wish MM had left after Ikechi said she tried to SA him.
Oh, for sure. Sure.
She kept trying. She kept trying to get a relationship. I'm not trying as a guy, right?
Okay. Talisa saying in Chicago, annulments are available.
Then they need to get them.
Mm-hmm.
They need to get them. As a guy, if a woman said, I try to SA her, that relationship is done.
Especially when I didn't.
That relationship, I don't care if it's TV. I don't care if it's whatever. That relationship is done. I'm not putting myself back in a situation where she could say that again. And I thought MM should have took herself out of the situation. Say, you know what, Pastor Cal, Dr. Pepper,
I ain't messing with this dude no more. You are not going to sully my name. You ain't gonna throw dirt on me.
But I got too much to lose. I got this business. We're not doing this no more. It is over with. It's done.
Yeah.
So I just like that. That should have been how things played out. What else is it?
That's it.
Oh, then we got the reunion coming up, y'all.
That's what I was gonna say. And it's 2 parts.
Again.
We got a 2-part reunion.
This never ends. It never ends.
It's the never-ending story.
Never. But nah. Reunion looks good.
I'm showing my age. Do y'all remember the never-ending story? Anyway. Yeah. Not you. I know you do.
Oh yeah. But for him, for the reunion, you see Kevin seems like he's asking the right questions, right? Right now, Kevin seems like he's asking the right questions, and I'm interested to see how this thing plays out.
I wish they would tag team. I know we talk about Dr. P.S. Slimy. Right.
Yeah.
But I wish, because we talked about Keisha.
Oh, I want Keisha to do it.
Right. I used to love the Never Ending Story. We wish Keisha would do the reunion. But even if they tag team, because Kevin's so super journalistic, and he tries to, in a way, come across like unbiased. I want the real. Shoot, I wouldn't be mad if Carla co-hosted.
Carla good on this, man. Carla's gonna answer the questions.
Yeah,
but we're gonna
ask the questions.
We're gonna find some things out though. He's like, yo, I need to know, when did the relationship actually happen? Mm-hmm. When did y'all get involved? What's going on here? Are y'all still married? We'll get some of the good twists, but again, it's 2-parter this Tuesday. I'm thinking about.
I hope they bring the cousin. I hope they bring MM's cousin on there.
I'm really thinking about going live after the reunion, y'all. I think I'm gonna be home at 8:00 on Tuesday to try to watch it. I think I may go. If we go live, y'all watch. I think we might go live after the reunion. I may go live after the reunion.
I was gonna say, speak for yourself.
I may go live. We have to wait on Jack. Jack got to see other things. I think I might go live after the reunion.
You should have a thing.
I see you got other things.
Oh yeah.
You got other things you're taking care of, right? You said you got
I'm gonna have to.
You got other things you've been taking care of.
I have to start this semester off.
Yeah, you got school starting.
Too many issues last time.
So. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Talisa gifted membership. I appreciate that.
Aww.
I appreciate that very much. Yeah. Oh, please go.
Okay.
All right, Jennifer. Yep. After we can go. We can go live. Y'all tune in. We can go live. We'll talk about it. We'll make sure that everything is on the up and up. We're gonna go live and talk about the things that happened on the reunion. We want y'all to input. We want y'all to give us your feedback. All right. Be there for your feedback. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with us this week. And like I said, the panel will be back together again next week. It will definitely be back together next week. We missed August love story.
Yeah.
We missed Miss Talisa Ray. Thanks for Talisa, Big Sis, for being in the chat.
Yeah, Talisa in the chat.
We appreciate you for being in the chat as well. We love you. Since you gifting people, I can't stop. So I'm gonna gift 5 memberships as well, and let you guys just enjoy some great content from us. I think we just made We might just do members only. I don't know. I might do members only after reunion and see what goes from there. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for a great Sunday afternoon. Any comment, anything that I missed that we missed, let us know in the chat below. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with us and have a great night.
Bye.
Enjoy a great week. And we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Peace. You hot.